Welcome to the Undisputed podcast of the world.
Ding, 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 ding.
I am Trebuchet coming back into your ear hole, sitting alongside the one and only Chad Schultz. What's up, Showtime?
How's it going, guys?
It's going good. Also sitting in this evening, Cody Ghodes.
Hey.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Cool. We all survived WrestleMania, guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. We don't know that for sure. There's only 3 of us here.
Well, that's true. The numbers are way down.
There are a few people I haven't heard from since that I am a little concerned about.
Mm-hmm. I've been in contact with everybody. I can't say that everybody's not worse for wear after WrestleMania, but it was a very wonderful party. Bacon Fest was a total success.
We had one hell of a rager.
Oh man, the Four Locos were flowing.
There were 4 Locos.
Smearing off ices.
Yeah, we were drinking Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
There were Jaeger bombs.
Oh, the Jaegers. Oh yes, and there was a video game tournament too. There was a little.
There was a video game tournament which I did win.
You did. Congrats. 3 claps for you. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
At least I won one tournament this week, right?
There you go. But yeah, WrestleMania. Let's talk about it real quick. A lot happened, and
there was a lot going. WrestleMania 34 was fucking bizarro. WrestleMania.
It was super long.
That's been a recent thing. Where the WrestleMania's been super long, but like these finishes are not. I think like halfway through the show, I quit checking the score on like who was winning the night because I knew I wasn't winning it.
Oh, I knew I was wrong on like the first 5 matches.
I actually came back a little, but
yeah.
At one point in the night, I'm like, do I have a point?
Who won, by the way?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
I will let you know. It was A-Train. I remember.
Oh my lord!
7.
Oh yeah,
that's right. There was a tie.
10-10. Bruce got 9. I got 8.
What did I?
Roy got 8. Trebuchet got 7.
Oh wow, I did better than I thought.
Where I want to.
I don't know. You make the top
way
few.
Down.
Yeah. Where are you here? Am I blind?
No, I am.
It's not. I don't see it. You got points, right?
Did they score showtimes here? Well,
I'm surprised I actually got 12. I'm actually the champ again and just didn't know it.
Am I just missing like her? No, I don't think she wrote your name down. Wow, that's bad. Okay.
People were drinking 4 Locos.
1,
Go
2,
ahead and add it up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
That's 7. Yeah.
Cheers.
Solid.
That sounds right. Yeah. All right.
So, Miz lost his Intercontinental Championship. I was very disappointed right out of the gate. It was just like,
Shout out to all 3 of the Shield members for being Grand Slam champions.
That was something I did not know until I saw Seth Rollins on Raw. And then I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Interesting enough, I think Dean was the first one to be Grand Slam.
Really?
Because Roman hadn't won the U.S. title yet at that point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When because Dean did like an order. Dean did United States Intercontinental, then Tag Team,
and then the WWE Championship.
WWE title.
Yep.
I think Roman went WWE. Did he want to actually start with tag? No, it was tag because he was tag champs with Rollins first. I think he won the Intercontinental title. Yeah. Then he won the WWE title, and then he won the United States title. And then Rollins went tag United States WWE Intercontinental.
Right. Yeah, I just specifically remember the Shield being like the tag champs were Roman and Seth, and then Dean had the US
title. Yep.
Yeah, that was like the Shield at its high point as far as I'm concerned.
That's reasonable.
But yeah,
it was a good match.
It was good. It was really good.
I did not see the Miz. I think I picked the Miz because I was thinking that they were going to do something with Bryan and him with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, well, I figured they were going to get... Because he'd been promoting the record that he was going to break. I just assumed he was going to keep it because of that. Yeah. I didn't see him not bringing the Miz Taraj to the ring with him, which was not in my favor.
Yeah.
And, well,
I think... what happens? I think he's probably... So he was on Raw Monday.
He was on Raw, yeah.
I think he's probably going to be taking a break to be with his kid for a little while.
Probably. Oh, he's got a rematch at Backlash is when he said he was
I imagine he might get demolished at Backlash in some way or another. Like book him an injury or something so he can take some time off. He's been on the road forever.
Oh, I know.
He hasn't had an injury
I don't remember
in a long time. Maybe
he leaves for movies and stuff, or the Kids' Choice Awards, or whatever.
He's never gone terribly long, and he's
Yeah.
He's been...
Well, that's part of wrestling safe and everything that he does. His style is
being a company guy, they can count on him to do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 3 claps for The Miz, everybody. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
You liked that one a lot.
I really did. That was good.
Big Miz fan.
Let's talk about the biggest thing that I thought happened all night. Asuka's streak ended.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Like first of all, I was shocked that this was not the main event.
I did not see that happen. I didn't think it was going to be a main event.
I thought it was going to be way later on the card, at least. At least.
Where was it positioned on the card? Remind me.
It was kind of in the middle.
I was drinking Four Loko before the show started, so the night's a little funny for fuzzy.
Yeah.
I want to say it was near the middle of the show. I don't exactly.
But do you remember what matches were next to it? Is what I'm wondering.
I know the John Cena Undertaker match was after, I believe. I think. I don't even know. I was a little drunk too.
Sure.
I'll have to rewatch it.
So what I'm thinking is that WWE has several possible main events for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
and they don't. So like in UFC, they put all the main events at the top of the card, like main event 1, main event 2, main event 3. They still do that.
Really?
But WrestleMania, they kind of spread those main events out.
Yeah, it's been to the point where they've opened the show with one and then they end it.
Yeah, they've opened the show with their one of their main events. They stick one in the middle. Usually, like when the crowd's dying off a little bit, it gets them pumped back up.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, if you're going to WrestleMania, you're probably there for the weekend to do all the WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah, you're there for the Hall of Fame.
So Friday, you're doing Access Friday, and then you've got the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Access Saturday, NXT.
Yep.
Access Sunday. I don't think there's Access Sunday. Sunday,
I don't think so.
but like you start getting to the building at noon.
Oh, dude, it's all
for
day.
WrestleMania.
It's all day.
So that's a crazy weekend. It is completely acceptable to think that you're just dead by the time 10 o'clock rolls around on Sunday WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
so you get those guys. And a little bit, and then Raw the next day.
Oh yeah, the biggest Raw of the year, and then SmackDown was really big this year too.
Yeah, since they've been doing SmackDown Live on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
they I think they basically
stay in the city.
Yeah, you basically get a first Raw and a first SmackDown. It's basically the same theme of.
Yeah,
it's the same town too. I think.
Yeah, I think they were in New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
I think they
pretty much the same crowd.
They do 5 days
flavor.
5 days, and that's in the town. But yeah, I thought Charlotte Asuka was a good match. I definitely didn't see that happening.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was a good rub for Charlotte. Like,
I did too. I loved it.
That's a nice feather in her cap. I thought for sure they were either going to have Asuka win and then have her keep her streak going for a while.
Yeah.
And then have someone new beat Asuka, and that would be the push of ending the streak. Or they were gonna have Asuka win. And sustain an injury in the match, sit in the figure 8 too long, and she'd be pretty beat up, and Carmella would come and cash in, and then Carmella gets a WrestleMania win, a title win, and breaks the streak.
Yeah.
That would push Carmella to the moon.
Yeah. I don't think they wanted to do that.
No, that's fine. I like what they did with
I like what they did with it.
No, it wasn't. No, I
in order for the streak, ended
legit.
Like I was kidding before.
Yeah, I know.
WrestleMania show.
That was
Scott
great.
Hall with a taser. The way Goldberg's streak ended, that was silly. I like that it ended in an actual match, and there wasn't, the cheating to win or anything like that.
I mean, we were all so when Asuka tapped. First of all, did she tap? Because we weren't even. Her being in the figure 8 was kind of because we all figured that was not going to be the end of the match.
Well, WrestleMania is in the past. You stay in finishes forever.
Yeah, we were. It didn't have the finishing moments kind of attention that a match usually gets. And then she tapped out. Yeah. And we all go, did she just fucking tap out?
Right.
And they show the replay, and we were all the room was only quiet one time that night. Yep. It was that we were all just,
we were we want to make sure we saw this correctly.
We were all just mouth agape, just what happened?
Oh man, it was like the Undertaker streak ended all over again.
I wasn't there with you guys when that happened, but I bet I bet everybody was just dumbfounded.
I was yelling. I was definitely yelling.
I was yelling too. I was
the words coming out of my mouth were, "Did that just happen? Are you serious?"
Remember this? Where is it? I gotta find it. The picture of Ryan.
Did you just take a picture?
He's just all
when
It was that was my favorite part of the WrestleMania was that match. But Brock just destroys Roman.
So have you guys
in the main event?
Have you guys heard about the backstage?
I heard a little bit. You told me a little bit about it, but go ahead and let the humanoids in on it here, Chad.
I had heard after the fact that Brock comes back and is pissed about something. He's mad. To this day, I don't know why Brock is mad. I don't fully understand what hacked him off.
After the match? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brock is mad after the match about something. I don't know why. But it sounds like Vince is hacked off backstage because the German table spot wasn't supposed to happen.
Right. I was talking to you about that. I saw when Brock threw the top of the table at the announcers.
Yeah, they weren't ready. I don't think the German announcer they weren't. I don't think he was supposed to do anything with that table.
Yeah,
I don't think he was supposed to. That table was supposed to be involved at all. So the German announcers weren't ready for it.
Oh no, and
then
may or may not have gotten hurt. But still,
I imagine the reason that Brock threw the table at him like that was because they weren't reacting to him.
Oh,
because a lot of times the rule is that when someone's messing with the announce table, the announcers are just scatter and act like they're scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, I think one time Michael Cole got a good shoo-in because he didn't run away fast enough from like a table spot.
Oh, okay.
Where like he was just kind of lollygagging. They're like, 2 giant men are coming to smash the table you're sitting at. You should be running.
Exactly.
The German announcers weren't reacting to Brock doing it, so he fucking chucked the thing at him.
And then they're like,
they weren't reacting because I don't think they thought it was happening, and I don't know whether Brock thought that spot was in. It was like
maybe he was insulted by it or something.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe he just wanted to be like.
Maybe they had a spot planned for that for the German announce table that they didn't. They took out of the match, or that they just forgot to tell the German announcers about it. But Brock wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
Throws the table at him, and then I've also heard that Roman wasn't supposed to be bleeding in that match.
That did not go according to plan at all because he bled buckets. Dude.
Yeah, he did the same spot he did with Orton, where Roman's on the ground, Brock takes off his gloves and just.
Tries to commit murder.
Turns him into hamburger.
Just good lord. I heard he split him twice.
Oh, really? All I know is he split him right above the hairline.
Yeah.
You could see the blood was coming from there, but you couldn't see the actual cut.
Right.
People had thought, because before they had figured out he bled hard way, because
I thought he bladed.
We had a discussion about that. I was like, you thought he bladed? I was like, there's no way he bladed it. I was like...
because it's against policy.
Yeah, it's against policy to do that. It's against the commissions don't let you blade anymore.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons he didn't blade. It didn't look like a blade.
And then the replay, maybe I'm like, oh, he just busted him hard way. It was definitive.
Took off his gloves and just clobbered him with those fists and elbows, and Roman is just Roman's trying to rename the Muda scale, where he's just. Crimson masking, blood all over the mat. People had thought that maybe they had meant to do it, and so like you remember when Kevin Owens headbutted Vince McMahon?
Yeah,
and you know how they did that?
No, not
they
exactly.
They cut Vince McMahon backstage.
They put
they put Vaseline on it, so Vaseline keeps it closed, and then until you wipe the Vaseline away and it starts bleeding.
Gotcha.
Again.
Okay,
that's how they got Vince McMahon to bleed.
Gotcha.
So they thought, well, maybe he did that, but they're like, no, he's not. He's bleeding too much for like a small cut. Like, you would have seen the gash he had in his head, even if it had Vaseline on it.
Yeah, the funny thing is that the whole time Roman's bleeding, the whole room is just like, well, Roman's still gonna win.
Yeah, we're like, oh,
they're like, nobody cares that Roman's dying.
Jesus still rises from the dead on the third day.
We all know how they write that.
and then Roman eats the 7th F5.
Yeah.
And gets the pin, and we're like, oh, that didn't expect that to happen either.
Right. There was like a dozen suplexes in there, and then Brock re-signed with the company for at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, so that was
the Royal Rumble coming up.
It was we don't know how long. Someone said it was a long-term contract extension. I think Meltzer said that they have no idea how long the extension is. It could very easily just be till the Greatest Royal Rumble where he defends.
Yep.
And the cage match against Roman.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I know. That's
big event at noon on a Friday.
It's going to be a day binger, man. It's going to be crazy.
Do you guys want to like hang out?
We're gonna take in the afternoon.
I don't know if we're going to we'll do a post podcast on that Saturday, because like I am not going to get up before 11 to do this.
You're working them
sorry,
that day and the day before.
Yeah, you're bartending Thursday.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that.
I'll bring 4 Locos. We're gonna need.
We're gonna need the caffeine, so it's fine.
That'll be. It's gonna be. That's what a weird show. We can talk about how weird that is a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get into that after the WrestleMania.
That is a strange thing they're doing there.
Yeah. Another thing about WrestleMania, I got to bring it up, Chad. The groaner of the night was the AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match, man. I don't like being right all the time, but I'm right all the time.
You deserve that.
I am very angry because I have been saying for weeks. All right, you don't like Shinsuke, but WrestleMania, man, you're gonna.
We hyped it.
They're gonna show you.
I know.
Shinsuke is gonna show you what he's all about.
I know.
Shinsuke is gonna teach it. Mm-hmm. You're gonna see. I did not in a million years think the match was gonna be bad.
Oh my god, man! I was just like, oh.
The wrestlers are not supposed to be more tired than the crowd at that point. Like at that point in the match,
they were just.
It was a slow pace.
The most notable thing is the hit in the nuts.
Yeah, I was. Shinsuke turning heel is kind of cool. I hope it does something for his character.
I like his character more a little bit.
Yeah,
now.
definitely.
Like,
He
was better on SmackDown than he's ever been previously, as far as I'm concerned, on SmackDown.
Sure,
but, like,
he's definitely been a little boring. Like even when he won the Royal Rumble, is like I figured he would win because they were pushing him a little bit. But I was like,
I expected them to.
They gotta give something to him a little, give him a personality a little bit.
Exactly.
But yeah. I guess my thoughts are, I wish that they would have turned him heel before WrestleMania.
I do too.
I
would have cared more.
They would have given the match like a little bit of a grudge match feel to it, and they would have.
The fans would have chose sides, really.
Yeah, something to be invested in.
The fans just didn't give a shit. They're just like...
Well, the fans didn't really give a shit. Well, but the wrestlers also weren't dragging them into it.
They didn't. They didn't bring us in.
It was not a good match, and like admittedly, I was also like pretty drunk at the time.
Oh yeah, me too.
My expectations were not hit by
any
means.
It was not. It was not what it should have. That should have stole the show. That should have.
The dream
that
match.
should have easily been a 5-star match.
The dream match put everybody to sleep, is what it did. That's all I'm saying.
I want to argue with you about that, but fucking Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles put me in a position where I can't.
Sorry, guys.
Argue with you about that. I'm not happy about it.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about WrestleMania?
Ronda
Rousey did very, very well.
Yeah. They're the surprises of the show. AJ Shinsuke, not that good. Rousey, better than expected.
That was really good. I was entertained that whole match.
She did a good job, but that match was a fucking chaotic.
Yeah,
mess.
It was
we're for like 5 minutes. We're going, who's legal right now? Ronda's throwing Triple H and Ronda Rousey. I thought that's what I was like. Because Ronda and Triple H are fighting each other in the ring, and the ref's not counting Angle or Stephanie. Like, they're not supposed to be fighting each other according to the rules. And now I understand why it happened that way, but. It was like, those two can't be the legal men. Someone should be getting counted right now.
Right. At one point, I'm just like, Kurt's going to suplex Stephanie at one point here. That didn't happen, but, like, you know what I mean? That's how chaotic this thing was.
Yeah, it was a good match. It
progressed the storyline. It built up her character really good. And I love the way they opened Raw with... her I'm like, as soon as Ronda put her hands on Stephanie on Raw, I'm go, you can't do that. Like, I was very offended. So that's a good spot in wrestling right there. I loved it.
My guess is that Stephanie's gonna be out for a while, like selling that. Like, she was wearing an arm brace, wasn't she?
Yeah. She had some sort of brace on it. Now I'm sure she'll have it in a full sling and everything.
Well, no, actually, the kind of brace they had in it is actually for like pretty severe breaks.
Oh, is it?
So
okay.
they had the same
you can't move it.
They had the same kind of brace for when Triple H got his arm broken by Brock.
Oh, okay.
That like weird, like almost robotic looking brace,
almost like Austin's knee braces.
Yeah, those are for like pretty bad breaks.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically anything, but it's like a step below being casted.
Oh, okay.
But you're obviously not going to cast it in wrestling because the days of Bob Orton Jr. are gone.
Don't say that. They'll be back. Blandy Orton is still around.
Randy Stale Chips.
He may just
Chips go.
He may just dust off Cowboy Bob one of these days. He did it before. He may do it again. Like, please don't. Please don't.
But my guess is that she's going to take some time off, and then they might even fire Kurt.
You think Kurt's on the outs?
Because I imagine it's going to lead to some of the effect of like, Kurt, it's your fault. Like, this has happened, and like. I'm thinking we're going to get a new general manager on Raw, like we got a new general manager on SmackDown.
Which brings me to a good point here. 3 claps for Paige right now. 2, 3. She got those for being the new GM of SmackDown, and sad thing though, she retired from wrestling.
Yeah, they announced
We watched both after we already knew everything. So
yeah, we got spoiled by the internet.
We weren't as torn up by the announcement on Raw.
I thought her speach was really good. I enjoyed her speech.
Yeah. I'm really happy.
She's still the breast.
I'm really happy that they made her SmackDown GM. Like they're giving her something to do.
Yeah, and then she shouted out Daniel Bryan in her speech. I'm like, oh, this is all gonna come to fruition here.
Because Shane McMahon's taking like a leave of absence as SmackDown.
He should, man. He's been he's falling apart, man. Like he's in pretty rough shape. Like
let's talk about the Daniel Bryan match at Mania. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that.
I thought it was fine. To be honest, though, I feel like they could have done something way bigger with Bryan. It's his first match back of injury. I think they could have had a major moment with him, and not that this was a bad moment, but it wasn't as big as it could have been.
Well, because do you think about it? The last time he was in that building, it was WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that was the last time he was in that building, but that's like what I remember of him being in that building, And then this could have been like, I don't know. It could have been huge. I would have liked a singles match with him more.
He was sharing the spotlight with Shane there, and Shane wasn't. I'm ready. I'm over Shane in the ring.
I've been.
It felt like a treat when he was doing it in 2004, and like.
Yeah,
when he was Shane McMahon's back. Yeah. Shit, that's cool. I'm so over Shane McMahon.
I don't need to see him wrestle anymore either. Like I
appreciate him for his own good.
I appreciate him for what he is and everything, but give me the wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, he's older now. I don't really think he ought to be jumping off big stuff. He's got kids.
I don't think he needs to prove anything anymore.
Yeah,
what does he
done
have to prove?
I mean, after that cage match, last year.
The Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
that jumped the shark after that.
What's he gonna
jump the shark after that?
I'm done with it. The only other thing I want to talk about is what about our former tag team champions?
Oh, you're talking about Braun Strowman and Nicholas.
Braun and
Nicholas had some prior commitments.
So. It was history. Youngest champion ever in pro wrestling history, guys. So that's a big deal.
I am very torn on this.
I enjoyed the way they did it. They relinquished the titles because Nicholas had a scheduling issue, mainly the fourth grade. And he said he will be back with Braun to reclaim their titles when he's 18. So.
Sure. Do you remember when you were in the fourth grade?
Vaguely, yes.
Last year was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was. I see what you did there. Yeah. Showtime, everybody.
Yeah. It's jokes like that. The lost be the funniest person in Grand Rapids.
We should have just had me sitting up there and you roasting me.
Yeah, roast me all you.
That was where we went wrong.
I'd be throwing dollar bills around for this podcast if we did that idea. Yeah. Let me bring my friend up here, Trebuchet. We're going to play Roast the Stoner.
Yeah, so do we think that Sheamus and Cesaro are gone now?
No,
no.
They've been posting on social media that they want to be a team.
Okay.
But my thoughts with the Braun and Nicholas thing is so someone had said that they think it's good for attendance.
Yeah.
So
anything can happen in the WWE.
Yeah. So someone said all right, so you've got your 10-year-olds watching WrestleMania. He already wants to go to a wrestling event, and he's watching WrestleMania. And Braun Strowman goes and grabs a kid and lets him win the tag team titles with him. Your kid's any kid that didn't want to go to a wrestling event,
go now?
is gonna want to go.
Oh man, can we go to that thing? Which brings me to my next point. We got tickets to Monday Night Raw in January. Yes. Woo! Looking right at them. They got that fresh ticket smell to them. Monday, June 18th. Oh man, Trebuchet will be in the house with Motley Crue, to say the least.
I am so jealous.
We'll be representing you, Showtime.
I'll be there.
I can't say that we will make you proud because I know how I am at wrestling events. But,
yeah.
Do we know who Nicholas was? Is he?
Nicholas is one of the refs' kids.
That's what I was saying. Chad Patton's kid?
No, I think it was Kyoto's.
Mike Kyoto's kid?
Yeah, I think it was Kyoto's
kid.
Okay,
well, it was still a cool one.
It's one of the refs' kids. But on the other hand, can we really talk shit about Vince Russo scheduling unrealistic, dumb stuff if we've got
starting to embrace it?
A fourth grader winning our tag team titles?
Yes, we can.
You're all right with it?
Yes, we can. I definitely think that we can.
I don't know, man. I don't... So on the one hand, Sheamus and Cesaro basically lost a handicap match for tag titles.
No, well,
effectively.
Chad, I've been saying this for a long time. The tag division in WWE is not booked correctly.
Sure, I don't disagree.
The tag titles aren't as prestigious as the WWE Championship. They didn't make a 10-year-old the WWE Champion.
If there's going to be any semblance of recovery to that, you can't do. It was in bad shape, and they're like, well, it's almost like they were taking the horse out behind the barn and putting a bullet into that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like their tag division always works better when the brands aren't split. They have one tag belt, it always works better. They always get a good grouping of people and good storylines.
Yeah,
sure.
But I feel like they can have a tag tournament now is what they're going to probably do.
They're having it's like a mini tournament, and the titles are going to be at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Okay.
But I guess I like my wrestling a little less silly.
Yeah. I'm a little bit on the other side of the fence there. I like my silliness.
And I find that nothing brings you out of this being real than Braun grabbing a kid and tags him in for a second.
Okay, Chad, on the scale of the gobbledygooker to the Shockmaster, where does this fall, do you think?
Gobbledygooker to the Shockmaster. I'm gonna go with Buff Bagwell's mom on a forklift.
Okay, good.
That's where.
Okay. Oh, that was fun. I'm glad we talked about that.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced it was a good idea. I understand business-wise why if you're more concerned about attendance numbers with kids than putting over like the storylines, and I get why you did it. I think it was very silly, and I don't. In retro. It's a WrestleMania moment. I get it. In retrospect, I don't love it.
Would you have liked Hulk Hogan to have been there instead? Would you have liked that better or worse?
Hulk Hogan specifically presents different issues.
Yeah.
But I believe Hulk Hogan would have been a better choice because I feel like I have to.
That's just what one of the rumors is. That's why I bring Hogan up.
So I guess if it's Hulk Hogan specifically, I have to either defend a fourth grader winning the WWE Tag Team titles or a racist old wrestler winning the Tag Team titles. I feel like I have an easier time defending that.
Yeah.
I guess
really?
I would have rather.
I'm going fourth grader, but that's me.
Sure. I have no doubt Nicholas is a better person than Hulk Hogan.
That's fair. That's fair.
I guess I would have rather. There's any number of people they could have used, or
they could have put Bobby Lashley there, but they brought him back on.
They could have. I wanted it to be Elias. I thought it would have been
Elias would have worked.
Would have been kind of cool. To be honest, I just wouldn't have put Braun in that spot. Braun could have had a cool match. There could have been a tag team match. It's unrelated. Also, the other issue I have is Braun's not a monster anymore.
No, he's hanging out with kids.
Braun's a smiling good guy.
Braun and Alexa, he's a gentle giant now.
Yeah, Braun is.
He's a gentle giant.
Braun's a big guy. He's a big teddy bear now, and that's not that I don't really want that for him. I feel like that's bad for his career.
He's never going to become a WWE champion or the Universal Champion, being this
and
happy-go-lucky.
Hugging kids.
It doesn't work that way.
He went
when the Big Show was doing that, he was never champion.
It gets over with the kids, but it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't put you in.
It doesn't give you wins. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
I mean, so you heard when you went and got the kid. You remember what I said to you, right?
What'd you say?
I hollered from in here. I go, I wonder if he's gonna pull a Heidenreich and start reading him poetry.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't remember that. I was drunk.
Yeah, I would have had to have been drunk to say that. It was a good line, though.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
But yeah, I just don't. I feel like this is a bad. Overall, I feel like I didn't like the storyline.
No.
I don't like the idea of putting kids in the ring. I don't like that either.
I don't like what it does to the tag.
I don't like what it does to the tag team division, but I feel like the biggest victim is going to be Braun's career.
Yeah,
I feel like we will look back 3 years from now and go, man, Braun shouldn't have done that.
He should not have been in the tag division at all, is what I think we may be saying.
I don't know.
What about Cena Taker?
I actually enjoyed that. I actually did not think I was going to like it. I like that the Taker wasn't winded when he got down to the ramp.
Better.
I liked that Kid Rock didn't play him in. Like, you know what I mean? And I like the way that
you were happy you got the dead man?
I was happy I got the dead man because of the way it was presented. They brought him back the way that he left. Like, his hat and stuff was in the ring, and then he,
Sure.
They hit the music and everything.
I
don't know how they're going to end his career now.
Yeah, so my position,
and maybe the casket match at the Greatest Royal Rumble against Y2J Chris Jericho.
That seems like
Drink it in, man.
That also seems like a strange way. My position on that is this. Last year at Mania, Undertaker had the best send-off he could possibly have.
I agree.
You could not ask for a better way to leave the company. He came back on Raw 25, cut a weird promo that no one knew the meaning of, and then came back at Mania as the Dead Man. And he undid everything that they did last year for an 8-minute squash match with John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena had, 2 moves of offense that whole match?
Yeah.
Undertaker was just taking him a test. And I don't necessarily... I wouldn't hate that if they didn't throw away that awesome retire moment he had for it. Had that moment not happened...
Yeah.
I go, all right, fine, I'm fine. The match...
Undertaker...
I wouldn't be mad about it. The only reason I'm mad about it is I feel like they gave up such a great moment for such a forgettable match overall.
Oh, yeah. That's understandable. Like I said, I don't know how they're going to end his career now. I hope it's... I don't know. They won't be able to do it better. They won't be able to do it better.
Exactly. I feel like whatever they end up doing is going to feel lackluster compared to what they did. And it just doesn't feel... I mean, maybe if The Undertaker is back full-time, he's going to make a lot of better memories or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really... But if he's going to come back for this... To fight John Cena and have a casket match with Chris Jericho instead of Rusev... I guess
which is weird too.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, but I don't know. It does not feel worth it. What you invalidated to give us that match just doesn't feel like a net
leaves
positive.
a bitter taste in your mouth here. Okay.
Plus, I feel like after that, he's probably gonna be gone again.
Yeah, I guess I don't see him working a regular schedule.
Yeah, no, WrestleMania and 2 other events.
Write it in Sharpie that he will be at next WrestleMania now, I'll tell you that.
No, I believe it. Sure. I just don't... Here's the thing. I don't really care anymore.
No, I don't either.
Streak's dead.
Streak's dead.
It's hard to build a heated feud in the month before WrestleMania, so it's hard to get invested in whatever match he's going to have.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the fans react to it. The fans still eat it up, man. Like, that's the biggest problem with this. Like it's a humanoid problem. I see it every WrestleMania. I'm like, if I'm there, I'm sitting on my hands. Like, yay, it's the Undertaker. I love it.
Do you really think you wouldn't pop for it?
No,
in person?
I would. Because
I was gonna say, I'm
a mark.
We talk all this shit. As soon as
that's how you fix it. But when you're there in the heat of the moment,
as soon as the gong,
you're humanoid out, and you just can't help it.
As soon as the gong hits and the lights go blue, you're fucking popping.
I'm just standing. I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but this is what's happening.
It's the power of the Undertaker.
Damn it. It's that dark magic, I tell you.
It's the higher power.
Yeah.
It was me all along, Trebuchet!
Oh, shit. It was Showtime Shultz.
Yeah, it was.
The whole time.
All right.
Let's talk about the Raw after Mania. You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley's back.
They brought up a couple of people from NXT. Do you know about anything about those guys? AOP, I think, was the
Authors of Pain. So they've been pretty dominant in NXT. They were tag team champs. I think they won the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
They got the LOD's old manager.
They got Paul Ellering, and then they abandoned him. Guy.
Yeah,
they abandoned him.
I think Paul Ellering works at does some stuff for the
Performance Center.
Yeah, for the Performance Center, and then because most of NXT is also in Florida, he was there managing them, and it wasn't a big deal. But I think when they go, Authors of Pain to go to the main roster, you want to travel with him? He was probably like, fuck no.
He's like, I will stay down.
Yeah, I will go to New Orleans to see them off.
Yeah,
and I will see you around.
There you go.
That's kind of what it felt like.
The problem is that Ellering was also like their mouthpiece.
Oh no!
So I don't know if they can talk.
Oh,
unless they give him another mouthpiece,
give
would be fine.
Yeah.
But give him Heyman. Give him.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that I want to have Heyman, but yeah, I think they could definitely give him a mouthpiece. But they're the classic big guys that fucking squash.
They smashed pretty good.
They're all right. I don't know. Vince has this bad habit of ruining things that were cool on NXT, and I never thought of them as the coolest thing on NXT, so we'll see.
Note the Ascension, just see what they did with those guys.
Yeah, with the Ascension,
are they even hired anymore? Are they employed?
Yes, they are.
They are. They're still employed.
But we're going to be getting those post WrestleMania cuts here pretty quick.
Okay.
That we get every year, and their heads may very well be on the chopping block.
Yeah. Interesting thing that happened on Monday Night Raw. Kurt Angle dissed TNA a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
and the crowd got into it a little later.
Talking to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
So here's the thing: WWE recognizes that the day after Raw, the WrestleMania the Raw after WrestleMania is like their
best
like
Raw.
is their best crowd. It's also like their smart mark internet crowd. Like those are the guys that are they know that everybody's on the dirt sheets and everybody knows everything there is to know about wrestling.
Absolutely.
So they think that they figured if they were gonna make a TNA remark and it was gonna get the pop they wanted, it was gonna be that Raw because everybody knows that wasn't supposed to happen. Where they know that any other Raw, there's a chance you're going to get casual fans there that have heard of TNA and don't understand the gravity of that statement. Yeah. So I imagine if they were going to make that crack. It's funny, though, because Jarrett is in the Hall of Fame, and I imagine he might be getting a Legends contract.
Yeah, I could see that.
Dixie Carter has done some stuff for WWE recently. She's done interviews and stuff.
Yep. The Hardys, they're here now.
Everybody that had any kind of like stake in TNA,
Samoa Joe,
works for WWE
AJ
now.
Styles, Bobby Roode, Bobby Lashley,
that's one of my favorites. Was there's a clip of like Jeff Jarrett at the SmackDown before Mania.
Impact fans, don't worry about it. You lost Bobby Lashley, but now you got Scott Steiner because that's fucking a terrible idea. Yeah, because that's what they do over there. I'm sorry,
but Bobby Lashley's still there though, right? Even though he's on Raw. He's on Raw and Impact now.
modern day Rick Rude.
Impact Wrestling, the place where Josh Matthews has a match. Oh Lord. That was horrible. That's what happened on Impact this week. Scott Steiner's back.
Why did they bring Scott Steiner back?
I know he is teaming with Eli Drake for the tag team titles. They're going to fight LAX because Eli won both of the contracts.
He beat Moose.
Yeah.
He's teaming with Eli Drake and Scott Steiner.
Oh boy. And they gave Scott Steiner a mic, and that was very Steiner-esque. I'll just say that.
Gotcha. So, you know what your odds are for Sacrifice Championship?
I forgot to carry it too or something.
You see?
Oh, but here we go.
In a one-on-one match, you've got a 50-50 chance.
Okay.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I am not normal.
Okay.
So you've got a 25% chance at best.
I don't know whiteboard out yet.
Give me a pen. All right.
Actually, TNA posted that promo on Twitter. Like they tweeted, they're like, "Hey, in honor of Scott Steiner being back, I'll enjoy some Steiner math."
Yeah.
My favorite's still just Petey Williams just being like, "The fuck is he?" I don't know.
Well, we got both of them in the company. Can we just make Petey Williams be little Petey Pump again? Like, can we just do that? I enjoyed that.
I'd get back in it.
Don't start watching it again, Chad. As an addict to the professional wrestling industry, I have watched Impact for a straight 4 weeks in a row now, and
I've dabbled in and out.
It's making me a worse person, I feel. That's the way I feel about it.
I get that.
Oh, man. I got $8. If you guys want to sell me the company, go ahead and do it. I was texting my friend Devin my 3 things that I would do with it. Number 1, fire Scott Steiner. Number 2, make myself a commentator. And what was the third thing? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Get rid of Josh Matthews just altogether. Just get rid of him.
Gotcha. So you'll be the commentator instead of Josh Matthews.
I'll put a 20 on there. I just tripled your budget.
Yeah, I've got some money left over from running that tournament last week. I'm pitching.
There you go.
I have a passable understanding of the rules of wrestling, and I'm visually impaired. So who better to be your referee? Like,
you're hired. You're hired.
Oh yeah.
So all right, back to real wrestling. Yeah, we can talk about some SmackDown.
My girls, the iconic duo.
Hold on. Let me backtrack to Raw real quick. We didn't see Ember Moon because fucking Hulu edits it out.
Yeah, we watched.
So I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
The impression of it.
There was nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not an
anything about her.
Guy.
Okay.
Who did she fight?
She came out. It was kind of forgettable. Who did she come out and fight?
I don't know. Jeff Hardy's back though. By the way.
Oh yeah.
I think she fought Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke was talking. Dana Brooke was talking some shit in the ring about Rousey, and Ember Moon came out and beat her. Ember Moon has a cool finisher.
Yeah.
Almost dangerous looking. It's like you'd have to look at it.
I got a lot of people
I don't even fully know how to
that have
describe
been
it.
on this podcast are big fans of her. That's all I know.
Really, I'm not.
I'm like
I feel she's kind of.
I have not seen her, but I look forward to it. She's got a buzz around her.
She's all right in the ring. She just is kind of minus a personality.
Oh, okay. We shall see.
But yeah, the iconic duo.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah. Are you familiar with their work?
I am not familiar with their work.
You just saw them.
He gave him a good once-over.
Gave him a good once-over. I pick which one.
He saw who they were. He retreated to his room for a little while.
Which one did you pick?
He said the one in the blue trunks.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her name. I don't know her name.
Not Billy, the other one.
Harley?
Peyton?
Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton. Peyton and Billy. Billy's.
They have porn star names.
They do, Billy Kay and Peyton.
They got porn star names and porn star looks.
Let me tell you. There's thoughts in my brain right now.
Yeah, Billy's like the thicker one.
Yep.
And Peyton is really good in the ring. Billy's Peyton is very good in the ring.
Are they from down under?
Yeah,
they're both Australian.
Well, that's not a
Australian. Australians have been putting out some good female wrestling.
Oh yeah, Emma Lucian.
Yeah, you got Emma. You've got those two. There was a girl in the Mae Young Classic. Okay, there's two Australians in the Mae Young Classic. Toni Storm is one of them. She's pretty popular in the indies.
I've heard the name.
She's really good. You'd like her.
Yeah,
she's got like a rock star thing going on.
Okay.
And then they signed another. She's like a 20-year-old. Her name's Rhea Ripley, and she's like 6'4".
Oh, wow. Really?
She's just like she's
built like a wrestler.
She's built like a wrestler. She's also just like she talks about like being like a mosh kid. Like she likes to go to like basement show, like punk shows, and like she's just it seems like cool as shit. But I wouldn't want to be in a mosh pit with her.
No, I feel like she'd kick my ass. She'd shove me down on purpose.
Yeah.
But they beat up Charlotte, and then Carmella takes advantage of the opportunity finally.
Cashed it
Kyoto tried to.
Oh my god! I was so mad at Mike Chioda. I'm like, she was
getting mad at Mike Chioda.
Waiting for. Well, it's funny because as soon as she grabbed him, I go, she grabbed the wrong referee. That's the first thing I said.
That's literally the first thing you said.
That is
literally what I said.
Fucking nerd.
I'm like, she should have grabbed any of the other guys. And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure Kyoto's done this before. What the fuck is he waiting for?
He was not aware that it was a woman's one. That's what I feel. What is this? No.
Like what? You bought a replica briefcase? What have you to do with this? Well, there's a contract in here.
Okay, the timekeeper has informed me that this is a real thing.
Look, we've been cashing in Money in the Bank. Next thing you know, they're going to be voting.
Fucking Kyoto.
God, was he waiting for next year's Money in the Bank? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, ring the goddamn bell.
Yeah, she's like screaming at him.
I was screaming at him.
Charlotte's halfway up already off the ropes.
I'm like, this is not the way this is supposed to work.
I remember 1, 2, 3.
Down. Yeah, she
was
won.
Champion.
It was wonderful. I was very happy.
So I
for
feel like
her.
they did a good job. Like everyone got a rub from that. Like so they're not the iconic duo. I guess they're the Iconics.
The Iconics now with 2 eyes.
So my guess is they took the duo out in case they ever want to put somebody with them.
Yeah,
they can make that a faction. Mm-hmm. I hope they don't. I like they have good chemistry with each other.
Absolution's not a thing anymore, so like they may throw them.
Yeah, they could. Superstar shake up.
They could.
I think it could happen next week.
I just know that Billy and Peyton have like they've known each other forever.
They have good chemistry.
They have
one thing.
They have great chemistry together. But I thought they looked.
Never mind.
They looked.
Something hit your head.
Look, you're not having any thought that all of Reddit hasn't had before. That said,
you heard what he said. You don't want to hear what he doesn't want to say. You know.
Should be the tagline of this show.
I'm willing to bet that Billy and Peyton are the reason Trebuchet gets up in the morning.
Yeah.
I did a rim shot on that.
I didn't know it, but they are now.
But they looked both like because they do like a charming kind of heels thing. But they're clearly the bad guys. But they're likable in a weird way, and they're So they came off that presented what they were doing at NXT well with that. But they also look like vicious. They beat the shit out of Charlotte, and she was selling it well.
Oh yeah.
And then Carmella
power bombed her on the outside on the floor. I was like, that bump hurt me.
Yeah,
Carmella was them like a nice card.
Carmella comes out, wins Money in the Bank, wins the title. Later, she even they're like, hey, what do you do? How do you feel about like Billy and Peyton? She's like, who? She came out as a good heel there.
Nice.
And Charlotte got some heat on her, and that's gonna give her like a good comeback. Because after beating Asuka, she probably looks a little invincible.
This is great. No, this is perfect.
I feel like this was one of the better booked segments involving newer women.
The beatdown on Charlotte almost made me feel like Charlotte may be taking a little time off here too.
They might give her a few weeks off.
Because Charlotte's been grinding a little bit.
Yeah, she has. She's definitely been working pretty hard. I imagine they will probably give her a few weeks off.
Yeah,
and I think that's a good idea.
Which is usually what happens after WrestleMania.
Sell those injuries. Have Carmella defending against somebody else at Backlash.
Maybe Asuka.
No. I'm not ready for her to fight. I'm not ready for Asuka to.
Not ready for Asuka to come back.
I don't want Asuka.
They'll probably. I don't know how they're going to do the number one contendership. Maybe they'll have ones where people shake up, have a tournament because of it.
It's a superstar shakeup.
Like how are we feeling about that? What are we looking forward to?
Who do we think's going where?
Yeah,
I think they're going to split the Hardys up.
I think so too.
They are too.
I think so too.
We're going to keep Bray and Matt
together. It doesn't make a lot of sense for the Hardys to be together and be working two separate personas.
It doesn't make sense.
So I definitely see. I think I see Matt going to SmackDown. I think Bray will probably go with him.
Yeah.
But I think Jeff will stay on Raw.
Stay on Raw. Yeah.
I think Miz might get drafted.
Either Miz is getting drafted or Daniel.
I think Miz is going. I think
Miz
is going to SmackDown.
Okay.
I think he's going to go to SmackDown, but I also think he won't debut for a minute. And they'll have him come out and jump Bryan in a few weeks.
I can see.
I think Bryan is.
They're going to be together.
I think not only is Bryan staying on SmackDown. I don't know. Do we know if the world champions are up for?
I assume it's everybody, but you never know.
So working under the assumption that
certain years it's been like if this is the way it always happens. If the WWE champion gets drafted, the Universal champion will get drafted. Sure. Because they like to keep it. Or the championship will stay behind. They like to keep it the main titles, like the tag titles will stay on each show. The US will stay on one, the Intercontinental will stay on one. They may flip flop, but they're not going to take one and not the other.
So what I'm thinking is that working under the assumption that the world titles are not to be drafted,
right?
Or if they are drafted, those will be the 1 and 2 picks.
Yeah.
But I imagine
they're not doing like a full draft.
It's correct? A shakeup.
So
I don't know how exactly.
Well, last year they called it the Superstar Shakeup, but it was just a draft.
No, that was 2 years ago. They called it a draft, and they had a draft. I don't think they did a draft last year.
No, they definitely did a draft last year. Promise.
Okay.
Because that's when
they did a bunch of stuff. Alexa went over to Raw.
That's when Alexa went over. But they called it a Superstar Shakeup because WWE needs to trademark things. But it was essentially a draft. Both general managers were on stage picking who they wanted.
Okay.
Assuming it works the same way, and assuming that the WWE and Universal titles will not be drafted, I think Daniel Bryan is the first person to be drafted, and I think will stay on SmackDown.
Yeah.
If SmackDown gets the first pick, Daniel Bryan will be staying on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I think Paige will pick him first. I could see. I believe that obviously it doesn't make for the sense for the Raw and SmackDown tag and women's titles to be drafted.
Yeah.
Maybe the Intercontinental United title could be drafted, but I think it would be just easier to make a blanket rule of champions are exempt from being drafted. Do
you think they're going to break the Shield up?
Yes, I think. So assuming,
because it's going so well,
Shield
angle is just
they need to break them up so they can. If they want to do it again, they got to.
I think Dean might go to SmackDown, or if the Intercontinental Champion is draftable, I think Rollins will go to SmackDown.
Yeah,
but I don't see them. I don't see them all being the same show.
Roman staying.
I think Roman's staying on Raw.
I think Roman
just because of the Universal title situation. I think Roman could use to go to SmackDown. I think
so?
I think ideally Roman should go to SmackDown.
I think he's a good fit on Raw.
I think he needs a change of scenery.
That's debatable. That's a whole show.
Who
else we got?
I think the Bar is going to SmackDown.
I think they're going to switch a lot of tags.
I think the Bar is going to SmackDown. I think Sami Zayn and Owens are going to Raw.
Are they hired? Do they get hired back?
They did not. They had a match on. In fact, they might not even put this in the Hulu.
Kurt
Angle gave him a So they're currently not employed. I think they're going to go to Raw though.
I think
they're going to break
or Paige might hire him back.
If all
that might happen.
In fact, to be honest, I could see Zayn going to Raw and Paige hiring Owens or vice versa.
I could just see after Superstar Shakeup, she hires them and just was like, these guys weren't drafted at all, so I just went out and got free agents.
I hope that this SmackDown we just had is the last time we see New Day Usos for a while. I hope they split that up. Because
that was a really good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. They put on
great matches, but I am tired of seeing it. To be honest, I kind of want to see the New Day split in some way.
Oh, just have them.
I want to see.
It kind of feels a little worn out at this point. Even though they are really good together.
I want to see Xavier Woods drafted away from the New Day.
Mm. I don't think they'll do that. I think the New Day's a whole. Like that's just
they're their own like media beast. It's really hard to see.
No, I get that. I get that it's financially.
There aren't a lot of teams that are.
Xavier stands to gain something as a singles competitor.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be good for their careers to break. But I don't see the WWE machine.
They are. They are. They probably next to Cena have the biggest like social presence, mainstream presence between everything they do on YouTube and stuff. They do a lot of Make-A-Wish stuff, and they go to media.
Elias, you think Elias is staying?
I think Elias is going to SmackDown.
I think Elias is going to SmackDown too.
That's hard to tell.
Braun Strowman thinks going to stay.
Yeah,
Strowman's going to stay on Raw. Finn Balor and the Bullet Club. You think they're going to break those guys up?
They might. I don't think they're going to break the club up. I think Gallows and Anderson will stay together, but I don't know that they're necessarily going to stay with Finn.
Yeah, I don't like what they're doing with that whole thing.
I think Finn and the club could use getting sent to SmackDown.
Yeah. I think it'd be good for SmackDown to have those guys over there, honestly.
I agree. I feel like everyone benefits there.
You put KO and Sami Zayn on Raw and you give them Balor in the club.
I think Becky's going to Raw.
That'd be good for Becky.
Yeah, I don't think Becky's kind of been.
She gets lost on SmackDown.
She does. They don't have a spot for her.
They don't know what to do with her. Really. She's a good wrestler, and she can do everything. And just
I would think that Sasha and Bayley have to stay on the same show because they haven't had the blow up from their feud yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alexa might move.
Alexa might move again.
Alexa might move to SmackDown. Alexa might come back to SmackDown.
I don't think so.
I guess they haven't had.
I don't think so because who's gonna hold Raw down? You can't have Becky fight nobody.
Honestly, it might be Charlotte that moves.
I know. I don't see
after a little while. Because she might leave. She might take a break and then end up on Raw.
Carmella, Charlotte, Asuka. Like who's Raw?
The Iconics, the Riot Squad.
They're not going to give SmackDown Alexa Bliss. They
give SmackDown. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking if Raw gets Becky, SmackDown can get Alexa.
Yeah.
Then who's the heel on Raw?
Natalya, the Riot Squad.
You give her Natalya.
Carmella.
You give him Carmella?
I'm confused. What are you at?
I'm just if you get rid of Alexa Bliss on Raw, she is
the top Raw women's.
She's
field.
the champ right now, isn't she? Or no, Nia is right now. Okay.
Here's
so I could see that.
You've got Sasha on Raw, who could very easily be your top.
Okay,
one of them. The Bayley Sasha feud can explode into something.
My question's answered.
Sasha could very easily be your top.
I don't think so. I think Alexa's staying.
You're very right that she very easily could stay. But I think the women's division definitely needs a shakeup. Maybe Mickey goes to SmackDown.
I feel like she would get lost on there too, though. I don't know.
But she's lost on Raw.
She's lost on Raw too. You're right.
She loses everywhere. That's
I'll be honest.
I'm very disappointed in what they did with her.
I kind of hope they break Absolution up. I hope one gets Mandy, one gets Sonya.
Yeah.
I don't like those two together without Paige being the thing bringing them together.
Exactly.
They kind of seem like a tag team.
If we're gonna have that, just leave the Riot Squad. They're the strong women faction right now.
I think Mandy should go to SmackDown. Honestly,
maybe they split Absolution up. One joins the Iconics.
Well, no, I think
they have a faction thing with the Riot Squad.
To be honest, I think I don't see Mandy Rose really going anywhere. She's not very good in the ring.
I don't think so either.
I think Sonya, on the other hand, has a big upside.
They like her look. I know they definitely like her look. And
sure, I don't necessarily mean that they're going to fire her, but I also don't think that she's ever going to be really relevant.
You don't think they're going to give her a push ever?
I think she'll probably wind up. So it's weird because I think of the Maurice, but Maurice was champion for a while. Yeah. But when she was champion, she wasn't really doing anything.
No. Yeah.
That was when nobody could give a shit about the women's division. She seems like she could be a pretty heel, but doesn't. You can't. now that WWE is really caring about the work rate of women, she seems like she would fit very well in a 2004 women's wrestling. Where being pretty is far more important than being good in the ring.
Gotcha.
Where I just don't think she can hang with the girls that are today.
I think so too.
I've not seen that.
Whereas Sony, I believe, has a huge upside. The WWE, I feel like Rousey's going to kind of take the edge off of that. Because,
is she staying on Raw, Rousey?
Yeah, she's staying on Raw. I don't think they got her. I don't think they're going to give her to SmackDown.
I don't think so either. I don't think it makes sense to put Rousey on SmackDown.
I can see the Iconics in Carmella having a feud with the Riot, like turn the Riot Squad face.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because that's a good call. They're already not typical heel. They're not doing typical heel stuff. They're kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
the fans aren't super committed to booing or cheering them. But I feel like if you put Carmella and the Iconics against those two, like the three, I feel like they have big face potential. I wish Emma was still around to be with the Iconics, like an Australian, they're all hot and good. Like Billy's in the ring, but Peyton and Emma are amazing.
How would that not sell WWE subscriptions? I'm just saying, come on.
I don't know.
We'll discuss the Superstar Shakeup more next week, guys.
Greatest Royal Rumble thoughts?
Yeah, let's talk about that before we get out of here, guys.
What a weird fucking event.
This is weird. It's happening. When is it airing? Friday
in Saudi Arabia. It's on Saudi Arabia.
This Friday?
Not this Friday. Next Friday.
Friday the 27th. So it's a ways out still. So it's a couple weeks out. It's happening in Saudi Arabia. They're like 8 hours ahead of us. So the pre-show starts at 11 in the morning Eastern. The show starts noon Eastern.
Yep.
50-person Royal Rumble, right? We got the casket match, Daniel Bryan, Undertaker.
No,
Chris Jericho. Sorry,
it was.
I'm used to having two short guys. So good.
So
my bad.
Originally, it was supposed to be Rusev.
Undertaker. I know you wanted to talk about that. That's why I was bringing it up.
Undertaker casket match, and they pulled Rusev out of it. And I haven't heard a definitive answer.
Yeah.
So before WrestleMania, Rusev has been reported to kind of be on the outs of the company.
Right.
He feels like he's over like a motherfucker.
He is.
And he feels like he's not getting anywhere. Like he should be getting a real push.
It's not going to happen now. When?
How much
I would be feeling if I was him.
I don't know if the fans are ever going to love him as much as they do right now.
I don't either.
Fact, he's already starting to cool down with the Rusev Day stuff.
Oh, definitely.
It was the hottest a month ago.
Cut to the podcast 6 weeks ago. We were talking about how they were trying to bury him even though he was fucking over like crazy.
So he's hot about that. They were giving him Undertaker, Rusev. Fans are pumped about it. Lana makes like a video talking some shit about the Undertaker, and I don't know if Lana has been known to speak out of turn in the company backstage. I don't know if that promo wasn't appreciated. Like the Undertaker, like maybe they're like, we don't want her running her mouth about like arguably the biggest veteran we have. Or maybe they just decided to go another way with it. They want Rusev in the Rumble, or maybe Rusev.
I don't know. Rusev was hurt.
Rusev could win.
I was thinking that too.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's not hurt.
Okay.
Rusev could win the Rumble, but assuming Rusev is not going to have a stellar performance in that Rumble and didn't get his match to Taker, I feel like that's a sign that Rusev's days are very numbered.
Okay. If Rusev leaves, where do you think he'll go? You think he'll go to Ring of Honor?
I think he'll go to I think he'll cruise around the Indies for a while because his asking price is going to be insane. And people will pay it.
Oh, you would have to.
Rusev will sell out indie shows, and then he might end up. I don't know where he will end up. There is such ability to make money in the indies these days that wasn't there even 5 years ago.
Oh no, dude!
He could wrestle. He could do a lot of what Cody Rhodes is doing.
Yeah.
Do some dates in Japan. Do some dates Ring of Honor. Cruise around all the indies that he wants.
Become the new NWA champion.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
There you go.
Which brings all this for the NWA title.
Mm-hmm. Which brings me to my point. Please donate to my GoFundMe.
Of course.
I, Trebuchet, would love to be your next National Wrestling Alliance champion. How good does this sound together, guys? Ric Flair, Harley Race, Trebuchet. Make my dream become a reality, and I want to be your champion. Thank you.
Okay. Plug over.
I can't wait for you to debut your wrestling name, Bobby the Strain Heenan.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna smoke your ass.
But then we have the rematch.
So
go ahead.
But we have Chris Jericho, Undertaker now, casket match. I can't imagine Chris Jericho winning that match.
Me either, but I'm still rooting for him.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good match. It just kind of seems out of nowhere. Like that's one of the weird things about this is it seems like overly hyped overly hyped television live event.
Yeah,
well, like that's kind of match you'd see at like a Madison Square Garden house show.
Can I go a little geopolitical for a second?
It seems very Impact-esque. Are they going to have Del Rio supposed to be in this thing and then he's not going to show up like he did on Impact?
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I told you that we'll talk about it later.
Okay, so the country of Saudi Arabia as a whole is changing very quickly over the past few years. They got this new guy in charge that knows oil's not going to be big forever. They can't live on oil forever. So they're like, women can drive now. All this stuff. They're trying to like become 21st century modern society. So I think they're trying to get. They spend a bunch of money to hype.
I was talking to him about this in the car, and I've been reading about it. Is like they're also not that far out of Beirut, which is like super westernized. For being in the Middle East. So you think if I say Middle East, you think Iraq. Deserts and women being oppressed and suicide bombers.
Yeah.
For better or worse, it's just what you're thinking. I'm not working under any assumption that you're not. So I think that they are trying to change that. Also, it's worth noting that the city that they're in Saudi Arabia is probably the most progressive city in Saudi Arabia. I'm told that you can go around in that city without women in the whatever they make them wear.
And it's okay.
It's not not as important there. However, every other event like this, they've had to separate men and women in the crowd. Really? They don't let men sit with women in the crowd. This time they're going to. But there is a special, there are certain sections you're allowed to be in as a single man or a single woman or married together. Yeah. They're not letting single men sit with women. Like you have to be certain sections depending on who you are. Most of the on the floor seating is wasn't for sale because it's being given to royalty and stuff. Yep.
This is crazy. This is a very big deal.
Also, we're suddenly bombing the shit out of the Middle East again. I would. It's not out of the realm of possibility that because Saudi Arabia, I believe we're talking politics now, but we're launching attacks against Syria. Yes. So Saudi Arabia is on our side in that conflict. They agreed with that, but the problem is that now Iran and Syria, there's another Russia,
Iran, Syria on the other side.
Yeah, and if that really ignites tensions again in the area, because there are things about how this might have loosened ISIS up to start doing some stuff.
They could be worried about this attack.
Yeah, there could be.
Security's going to be a motherfucker. Security was going
to be a motherfucker already. There's a chance this might not happen.
Yeah,
if things get if the Middle East ignites again in the next few days. And we keep having to drop bombs, I could very easily see them calling this off.
For safety issues, yes.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Also, women will not be performing.
That was
I was kind of wondering if they were going to do that. I saw clips.
I don't even think the women are going.
They aren't.
They probably think it's probably just better that they don't
go at all. Yeah,
and I tend to agree.
I know they had a match with Qatar.
I don't know.
With Qatar, United Arab Emirates, they had Sasha. Was it Sasha?
UAE? It was UAE.
UAE, they were in full body suits.
I saw that.
Yeah, so they had. So that was controversial.
Who it was? Yeah,
it was Alexa and Sasha. Because they had a TNA show there a few years back.
Yeah,
where everybody wrestled, but it was a private event where basically just big businessmen were throwing it, so they didn't have to adhere to rules of conduct because it was a private thing. This was the public was sold tickets, so they're all right, these women can wrestle, but they have to adhere to modesty standards. Because Sasha was wearing an MVP suit,
Power Ranger.
Yeah, and Alexa was wearing almost street clothes.
Yep. I remember that.
But so it sounds like they were just not going to even run the risk of women trying to compete in this and all the headache that would have been.
It sounds like a headache all around anyway.
Yeah, it sounds like they've had to put a lot of work into this, and WWE's hyping it. But I don't know that.
You don't want to be a woman in the Middle East, That's all you know.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Yeah, Chris's mom, stay in America.
Stay in America.
Or go to Canada. That's fine.
Yeah, Uber there too. Yeah.
I don't know that I would want to be a female wrestler. There's a lot of there were talks online about people why at WWE doing a show to a place where they won't let the women wrestle? Like, what is that?
Well, that's kind of that's where this gray area is. I'm like, well, personally, I'm a guy and I'm a coward, so I don't want to go to the Middle East ever.
Sure,
that's my policy.
Yeah,
I stay my ass home. But
my answer is what I was prefacing this whole thing with. I mean, they're trying as a country to move on.
They're trying to put the first W, World, and World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh well, yeah, from their perspective.
But I feel like the government of Saudi Arabia is trying to be a little bit more progressive and do this. But I don't actually know whether WWE chose to not have the women wrestle, or if Saudi Arabia said we're not doing you can come and wrestle, you can do your thing, and we're
already giving you a lot more than we're not
we're not gonna risk putting women in the ring. Mm-hmm. We don't. I don't know how that would get over there. I don't know whether the government would even allow it. But so people are saying you're pushing this women's revolution and women are equal, and you're going to go compete in a country that won't let your women wrestle there. People feel weird about that.
I feel weird about it. I'll definitely say that.
I don't know that I agree with that standpoint, but I definitely think there's some gravity behind it, an argument that should be heard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely a discussion that needs to be had. But since we're three dudes, I think we should move on here.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. If Brooke was here, she'd be yelling at us by now.
I am so sorry. I am a pig.
We've got the rematch for the Universal title.
Yep.
In a cage match.
Roman Reigns. I think this is where Roman Reigns goes over.
I
don't know why they're doing it here, but I think this is where Roman Reigns goes over.
I don't know if anything significant's going to happen at this thing. What does the winner of this Royal Rumble get?
We haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be nothing.
I'm assuming they're going to get a title shot at a lesser pay-per-view.
How did that thing in India go? We talked about it a little bit, about how they were trying to make gender go over there better.
Well,
you didn't have the belt anymore.
Well, so
nothing significant. It was like a big house show.
It was a big house show.
Exactly.
It was their first one there, and they wanted Jinder to go as champion to be over there. But what they're finding is that they were losing so much money on attendance and ratings with Jinder as champion.
Yeah.
Is that the money we stand to make in India with Jinder as champion is not worth the money we're losing everywhere else with Jinder as champion.
Yep.
So I ended up feeding them to Triple H because that's what they do.
Gotcha. I just wonder,
hit them with a golden shovel
and how that formed.
But I imagine that they're gonna get something.
Let's give him a trophy.
50 person. We're gonna have some surprise entrants.
No, we're definitely gonna have some. Maybe you wonder if they're gonna do it. Do they? I don't know if they have any local wrestlers over there.
I don't know that Vince would put on his TV. There's no one over there.
Real good.
Here's the thing though. Is WrestleMania Access just ended, and WWE let a lot of independent acts from different companies on their Access show.
Interesting.
We were defending the Evolve titles on the Access. I think Tony Storm defended the Stardom title on Access. WWE was putting a lot of indie titles and stuff on the line for Access. Even a lot of people it wasn't a tryout match per se, but a stage and with a WWE audience.
Right.
I would imagine that if a couple people are impressed,
new eyes on you.
Yeah, I would imagine that a couple of those guys are impressed.
Hey, WWE. You want to go to Saudi Arabia? You want to go to Saudi Arabia where things might not be the greatest outside of the event, but you're going to get a pop.
It's weird though because in America, if you throw an indie guy out there, he's going to get a pop. I don't know that Saudi Arabia is going to know who those indie guys are.
Yeah.
If
do they speak English over there?
I imagine
English has become this language that's transcended location.
I imagine anyone that can afford. I imagine anyone that can afford tickets to see this thing
knows English. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tickets are cheap by American dollars. In fact, I think the closest seat that they were selling was only $75.
I'm very intrigued by this. Because the clapping and the chants are going to be so different. I don't know.
That's
so much different.
This is going to be a spectacle. I am glad you guys took that day off because I want to watch this with you because I feel like this is going to be worth talking about.
Absolutely, this is historical art. Really, this is.
It is indeed sort of. I'm not sure where they're going to do we even have 50 guys on the roster?
I think
that are active. What I'm wondering is maybe they don't do surprise entrance.
They'll probably bring some NXT guys with them.
That makes some sense. Bring some NXT guys up. Although I don't even know if they get the network over there, so I don't even know if those guys will get a pop.
I think they do.
Do they?
I think they do. I can feel like they wouldn't be going into a territory like this unless there's some weird political thing we don't know about with money being exchanged. They gotta have the network there. It must be the reason they're going. It's like, oh, we have a following that people are subscribing.
I can see maybe a few legends going.
Yeah,
I don't know
for sure.
I don't know if a lot of them, but I think
but yeah,
probably more so guys that are currently working in the WWE as agents than like actual legends. But so like
Road Dogg in there.
Oh, I could see Road Dogg coming out.
Yeah.
I could see.
Who else
I could see Simmons. I think Simmons does stuff backstage. I could see Farouk coming out.
So
Bradshaw.
Is it still going to be 90 seconds?
I don't think Bradshaw's not that.
No, I could just see him coming back. Is what I meant. Like,
I don't know if they want to put Bradshaw in a heated place like that. After, do you remember what he fucking did in Germany that time?
No, remind me.
He was fucking goose stepping on his way to the ring in Germany. He fucking throws up his Z Heil in his fucking
Jesus.
in Berlin, Germany.
I heard about that. You didn't hear about that?
They were talking about arresting him. Like they thought they were gonna have to extradite JBL.
Jesus.
Fucking Jericho
Christ.
got arrested in Brazil a few years back.
I've
he
heard
fucking
about
like wiped his ass with like the flag or something.
Yeah.
And came down to the ring and arrested him.
Yep. That was crazy.
The deal was like, hey, we're gonna let you go, but you can't ever come back. Like, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
Which he was probably more than happy to take that deal. Yeah, you're not gonna put me in your prison. All right, well, I'll see you.
Yeah. Anything to do that? Yeah, you got it. Not go to jail.
Maybe Kidman will come out because I know Kidman is working backstage.
Yeah.
Because my wonder is that I don't know how much current wrestling product they have, but I bet they've seen stuff from the 90s.
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm sure that stuff has traveled. So I imagine Road Dogg would get a good pop.
I do too. Triple H will probably be there.
I'm sure Triple H will come out.
Yeah, he's probably doing business.
No, Triple H is wrestling a match that night.
Yeah,
he's wrestling Cena.
Are there other
Triple
matches?
H is wrestling Cena.
I didn't know about that match. Yeah,
Triple H is wrestling Cena.
Is there any other match besides that?
That's all I've. No, there's actually going to be a ladder match.
Really?
For the Intercontinental title.
That's a lot of people that will not be in the Royal Rumble then.
I think they're all pulling WD. I'm willing to bet that they're all pulling WD.
I would believe that.
And I believe the Raw tag team titles will be the new champions.
They're gonna have either the final of the tournament for
the finals of the tournament. I think
or the match. Yeah.
I think they spoiled it already. I think they're advertising was originally advertised as the Bar and the Hardys. But because Jeff isn't tagging with Matt, I'm willing to bet it's going to be Matt and Bray versus the Bar in the finals. But I'm sure everybody's pulling WWE that night. I'm just trying to think if there's anybody else like backstage that they like agents that they can throw out there. Maybe I don't know.
Michael Hayes.
I wouldn't put it past the fucking Michael Hayes. I realize that I live for the Hall of Fame because I get to see what Michael Hayes is wearing that day. Michael Hayes dressed as like a black pimp in 1977.
You've got good fashion sense, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
oh man. Oh, I don't know who else is back there. But yeah, we'll discuss this more coming up here, guys.
Yeah.
Who do you think wins the World Series Royal Rumble?
Tough.
I don't know. Let's go with Braun Strowman. I'm going Braun Strowman.
That's a good pick.
I think he is a pretty good pick.
That's my first pick, everybody. Document it because I'm going to have about 25 more coming up.
Yeah, I know. I could have like a million of them.
This is the biggest Royal Rumble ever. Like I might have to pick like 72 guys.
Reportedly, Vince is still pretty hot on Baron Corbin.
I was literally thinking.
Oh, you mean the next WWE champion?
He's still liking Baron.
Yeah, I do too.
So you and Vince, the only two people that like Baron Corbin.
Well, we're the only people that matter, so it's fine.
My two thoughts that we're having was Baron Corbin and the Big Show, which could just be someone who I think would travel there. But I don't know if he'd win it.
I think Big Show will be there. I don't think he's gonna win it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's him winning it really. Trying to think of someone who's big. I usually only pick big guys.
I'm thinking Braun.
Braun's got a really good
chance, I wouldn't be surprised to see Khali showing up in the Rumble.
Oh, good point.
You're that close to India, he might get a good pop there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to see a woman eliminate Khali in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Riot ensues. Yeah.
Send your tweets to @Showtime Shultz, everybody. I'm @Trebuchet LOL. That's @Goat over there. We're gonna put a pause button on this here, guys, and we're gonna go into final thoughts here. I think we will be back next week. Final thoughts. Cody Ghodes.
I liked WrestleMania. It was good.
It was short. It was sweet.
I don't have any. I'm excited to go to Raw.
Oh yeah, Raw tickets. Final thoughts. Showtime.
WrestleMania was fun. I'm happy to be your first annual WrestleMania Invitational winner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is true. That is true fact.
I don't know if you guys heard about that, but we did 2 or 3. So we had the tournament, and the finals were 2 or 3 falls. It was me and Ryan. Picked random wrestlers. Ryan had 90s Sting.
Was he Wolfpack Sting or was he?
He was black and white Sting.
Black and white Sting. Okay.
But it was he was like in the
crow makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Psycho Sid.
Okay.
First fall was a Extreme Rules match. I won that one pretty handily. Psycho Sid was hard to play as because he deals a lot of damage. But you know how you have the limited number.
Long.
Do you remember how you have the limited number of reversals?
Yeah.
Your reversal build. His feels super slow.
Oh. Okay.
Like Ryan was getting 2 reversals in the time it took me to get 1. Almost,
Wow.
Oh wow.
which made things pretty hard. I won the first fall pretty easily. Second fall, last man standing match.
Oh okay.
Ryan was ready to take advantage of my lack of reversals. So I eventually, about 10 minutes in the match, I went down. I don't know how I'm that good at hitting the kick out on that.
Oh, you just got the timing down. You hit X at the appropriate time.
Yeah, because it's the same thing as the pin system, but you have to do it 10 times and the thing's smaller.
Oh, okay.
But I kept getting up at 7 or 8, literally 20 times. I'd get up, you'd knock me right back down, I'd have to do it again.
Yeah. Wow.
And the time it took me to do this, eventually I built up a couple of reversals.
Right, because the last man standing, it just worked out in your favor
he went to hit me and I reversed it and got him with a choke slam and the power bomb and he couldn't get back up. But yeah, poor Ryan was pretty frustrated and I felt bad. I literally got up. Probably 40 times in that match. I stood up when I should have been down.
Right, I gotcha.
But yeah,
you are.
I won that. Yeah. I won that. And I'm coming for A-Train's belt after that.
I see that.
I'm gonna be Chad 2 belts.
Showtime's collecting gold, everybody.
Yeah, I got more. I'm gonna catch up with.
I ain't saying he's a gold nigga.
Catch up with Austin Aries in a second. Yes, Chris Gold raising your hand.
Yes, sorry, I know I have final thoughts out, but Roy won the Royal Rumble. Or the Royal Rumble, the Money in the Bank we have. He said he's going to frame it and never use it, so I don't know if we're ever going to have to worry about that.
Here's the thing.
That's a ploy. That's a ploy. I'm not buying it.
Sounds like something Roy would do. Until you win the title.
Exactly.
He's going to wait till you...
He's going to wait to take it from Joe.
He's going to wait to take it from Joe. He doesn't care about it, and then...
he knows I do care about it.
All right, deal him out. Let's...
right after. Give me an
pay-per-view. Boom.
He's going to carry it in his wallet at all times. He's gonna tug it right next to the counter.
Throw it at me one of these days. Damn it.
Trebuchet, final thoughts.
I am the living legend Trebuchet. Hit me up, Liv Morgan. I am at Trebuchet LOL. Just wanted to make sure we got that in there.
You guys would make a fantastic
I do too.
Couple,
yeah. You guys would live well.
We would live long and prosper, if you will. WrestleMania was great. I'm glad we didn't suffer any fatalities. Superstar Shakeup's gonna be next week. We'll be back. Probably 1 or 2 more people. And this greatest Royal Rumble ever is just ridiculous. Please, nobody out there watch Impact. I am Trebuchet.
Doing it for you.
Trebuchet out.